What's up, YouTube? We back out with another video, and today is going to be on a build for the 78 Camaro. So this is a project of mine I've been having since I got out of high school, and I just want to go through it with y'all and show y'all what I got going on. So we're going to start out. So it wasn't always this color. I had changed it. I got a cheap paint job, but this is my 78 Camaro right here. This hood part will go down for sure. I just never be lazy to push it down. But yeah. So I just got some US Mag Ramblers 18s on them. And then, as you see, I ended up getting a cheap paint job, but it was nice for the moment. I was just trying to get it ready for prom. And then, could go around to the back spot. Alright. We'll continue to work our way around. So this originally was a 305 car. Right now, I currently have a big block in it. 454. A little mild cam. Nothing too crazy. The rear end and everything is all stock from what I believe. And then alright, so now I'm gonna show y'all the inside. So I ended up getting new door panels done. Everything looks nice. Door panels good. I got them tailored. They turned out pretty good. My leather trim right here, it came off. It's in the back seat. I need to put it on because as you can see, some water's been leaking. It done discolored my floor mats, which I hate. And now I got some racing seats that match the car. So gray and black. And as you see, the car is gray and black. But as you can tell, I haven't drove this in a while. I sadly have to put it to the side to try to mess with my dually truck. But that turned out to be a waste. So now I'm going to just try my best to get this thing back on the road. And I'll show y'all what's going on. But I never got to finish making my wiring neat. I think this is the fuel pump. I think this blue one is for the electric fans. And here go my coolant temp gauge and all this stuff. A lot of aftermarket gauges here. So yeah, I never got to finish fixing my wiring up. I need to get the block off plate for this because my radio is right there sitting pretty. And then I did get a new dash in it. There you go. And then this spray paint, I need to scrape that off. I never got to doing that either. Like I said, you could tell this car has been sitting for a while, how dusty and dirty it is, and the leaves and stuff. I've been in and out of it, messed with stuff. I've had to take some stuff off of it to put it on my dually. There's the mirror that came off, but I'll put that back on. And then the door panel on the other side. Still have to get the window roller. They have them for like $10 at AutoZone. But yeah, I never really got to get to finishing around here. Now it is a 350 transmission, turbo 350. So the 454 swap, if anyone is wondering, is really easy. I'll get to show you the back. There's my back seats. Nice, no tears, just dusty. I don't know if you can see it there. There's a couple webs. That just shows you how long it's been since I've driven this car. The thing that I didn't really get to get done was the headliner. The headliner and the back panels toward the back seat. Those are the main things I didn't get done. The headliner and the little panels, plastic panels that go along here. But yeah, see, never really got to get these done. I mean, I could have replaced them. Probably still am, because this needs to be replaced bad. It's like gone. yeah, I'm gonna have to replace that ASAP when I get it back on the road. Okay, so now we're gonna do a quick little breakdown of what's going on. So a lot of you may not be familiar. The ones that know me, y'all are familiar with this car, but here's just a little breakdown. So I got this car when I was, I believe, 17. Yeah, and it was either my junior or senior year of high school. Um, I wanted to rebuild it, but I didn't realize how expensive it could get. And I could have kept the 305 in, but I just wanted a little more bang for my buck. So I had sold the 305 for 800, ended up buying a big block. And then the big block had some rust in some of the cylinder holes. So I had to get that sent off and get the heads machined and stuff. And I had to hone the cylinders and all that. And then once we put it back together, I was having an overheating issue. So the first cause was it's a Gen 5 454, you know. So that's, I believe, 90 to 95. And I had went to Summit. I had to buy my parts, right? And they ended up giving me the wrong head gaskets. So I soon found that out. They gave me, I think it was Gen 4 or Gen 6. It was the wrong head gasket. So it was building up pressure and getting hot really quick. So I had to take both the heads off, get the new head gaskets and put them on. Then after that, it wouldn't run hot until like after 10 minutes, right? So I was still having an overheating issue. So I went through, I changed the thermostat, I burped the cooling lines. I got a new radiator. I know it's a big block. I It's a big block. I couldn't afford to get a 4-row radiator at the time, so I got a 3-row aluminum radiator. It's sitting in there nice and pretty. I got a big like 12 or 15-inch electric fan, and I just kept going through the recurring issue and issue. I done broke the cam in. It it got roller rockers and all that. I still have to put the springs for my cam in though, but thing is I have to break the motor down. We'll get to that in a second. But the issue I was having, it was still overheating. So long story short, I found out my fans wasn't blowing the right way. So once I reversed my fans, that's why that wire, you see that blue wire is kind of taped because I was messing with it. So once I reversed the rotation of my fans, um, it will idle and be at like 190-ish. I mean, it was still kind of high, but it would stay there. It wouldn't go up. So it was just staying there at 190-ish. And I mean, it has a high volume water pump and everything on it. So I mean, it was just staying cool around 190. So once I got that fixed, I was kind of ready to put it on the road. And then another issue hit me. It started to fluctuate in oil pressure. And then it just started dropping to like 5 psi. And then I stopped it there. I pulled the motor, removed the pan, and I got a high volume oil pump in my house that I have yet to put on because when I pulled the pan, I saw little metal flakes. So I showed it to my mechanic. I put a magnet up on the oil pump pickup, and then we checked it out. And our plan is now to break down the motor and look at the crank and the bearings, and then see what's going on there, and just check out the motor and put it back together, and then it'll go in. But that's really what's all going on. I just been having some headaches messing with my dually. It was a 454. Long story short, motor blew. Got another motor. The motor had a blown head gasket. Changed the head gaskets and then took the head gaskets to the heads to the machine shop to get machined. And one of the heads was cracked. It's a Gen 4 454. I put Gen 6 heads on the Gen 4 454 block, and apparently, I even matched the head gasket to the head, and apparently it just doesn't work because the oil ports and coolant ports are different. So mind you, I'm doing all this work, like $1,500 job on this truck, and it's still not working. I done tied like $1,000 to $1,500 into it, and I just can't. When I could have just had my car on the road, but that's life, you know. Sometimes you just gotta take it on the chin and just keep it pushing. I wanted my dually together so I could get more money for my lifestyle and to have fun with my car. But that's really all. All right, so now I'm going to show y'all under the hood. But before I show y'all under the hood, let's just admire these beautiful headlights right here. Beautiful headlights. But yeah, before I show y'all under the hood, so here we go. We got a here's my aluminum 3-row radiator. As you see, here's where my ground is. I had a ground going toward the manifold a little bit, and then that's where my fill regulator was sitting. Like I said, I had to take some stuff off of here to put on my truck, but it was fairly simple. You know, I wasn't running power steering because I wanted to get the feel of the car first. So I just had alternator, water pump, and harmonic balancer the pulley for that. And then we go over here. I had an HEI distributor back there. The brake booster is good. It's brand new. It just kind of got painted black. And then you know you got some tall valve covers over here. But this is the Gen 5 454. There's the high volume water pump. I got like a mid-rise dual plane up on here. So when I pulled it out, I was able to stick the chain just straight through there. Mid-rise. Pretty good intake. I mean, it had this thing screaming. I'll input a clip of when I was breaking the cam in. Okay, I'll input a clip when I was breaking the cam in. The exhaust wasn't hooked up. It was open header. So it was just loud like a race car. But it got roller rockers. It has roller rockers, rocker arms. I still got to get the springs for the cam, but I was gonna put those on after I broke it in. And then it don't got a crazy cam. It just got a little small cam. It got a 502 lift cam, so it's pretty nice. I have a shift kit and everything for it. I just haven't put it on yet. I also got a rear end. I got a Ford 8.8 for it with 373 an open diff that we're gonna put on once I get it running. I'm gonna just take it to the shop and get it running and do that. Yeah, it was fairly simple. Like this motor is ready to just be dropped off to my mechanic, and once we do that, I could pick it up and then I could put it back in a day, and then I could be on the road. To be honest, I just wanted to share with y'all this journey that I've gone through with this car for those who might be interested in it. And you know, if y'all show interest, I'll continue to document everything along the way because I don't plan on getting rid of this car ever. Like I said, I don't believe in. I feel like in life you have few things that you should be able to have for yourself and enjoy. You know, and I don't feel like it's right for you to have to sell out or get rid of your stuff. That makes you happy. You know, you work your whole life, so everybody deserves something in their life that makes them happy. And this is that one of them things in my life that made me happy. It was my dream car. I gave myself 2 years to get it, and I got it. And then on the thumbnail, I'll put a before and after picture. Okay, I put a before and after picture. But this car sat in the storage for 17 years, and I just changed the fuel pump and gas lines, and it was able to crank up and drive. So I spent like $90, and I was able to drive this car. Like that's how I just love these old motors. The simplicity, they're great to learn. But that's it for the video today, y'all. Just stay along with the journey for me. Let me know some feedback or anything that y'all have any suggestions for when I come to rebuilding this or putting it back together. Let me know what type of content y'all want to see. I will be going to the track. I will have some videos where it's me and my friends racing and stuff, but it just all depends. You know, my money is kind of tired right now. Um, I don't know if I'll rebuild, if I'll take the heads back off of that truck and put them back on. Um, I really don't want to do that. Like I said, unless somebody come with the money, it can go, and then I'll put 500 to 1,000 in this and have this back on the road. Then y'all have part two and part three. So just stay tuned for the future. Peace. Thank y'all for watching.